Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Julia. I'm a third year at Hampshire College. I study psycholinguistics there. And today I would like to share with you a bit about my experience learning American Sign Language um, at Hampshire College. So, from the beginning of my ASL career, which was 3 years ago, I've become aware of an entire culture and community that I had known nothing about previous to this class that I had started taking. So, a bit of background: the deaf community is a group with a rich cultural history, a community bound together by the use of American Sign Language, the native language. Um, and so, the hearing and deaf worlds are very separate. And in my experience of learning ASL, I have found that unless hearing individuals have a personal connection to deafness or learn American Sign Language, the deaf world is very much a complete unknown. So, because I have learned American Sign Language, this has opened up the door to communicating and learning from incredible members of the deaf community and the deaf community of itself, in and of itself. From these relationships, I've experienced true pride that many deaf individuals feel and embrace with their deaf identity. I've had the privilege to interact and learn from deaf scholars, researchers, artists, activists, and many more. And I have felt and seen the power of community support and empowerment from this group. Back in 2015, I was invited to march with my original ASL professor, Ruth Moore, who's recently retired, and several deaf friends in a deaf rights protest in Boston, Massachusetts. And I was welcomed in this space because of my acknowledgement of the problems and oppression of the deaf community, but also because I knew of the language and had dedicated my time to learning and becoming fluent in ASL. And so I was embraced in this space, and it was truly a privilege to interact and learn from this experience. So this was a strong moment for me to be welcomed as an ally in this group, and fighting together for deaf awareness and equal access. So unfortunately, there's not a region where deaf people live and we can visit and study abroad too. But this does not take away the reward of learning American Sign Language for sure. And having the skills to appropriately communicate with a group of people has really been rewarding and incredible. So for me, and my advice to all is that taking ASL is the first step in developing awareness of the deaf community, and the wholesomeness and validity of ASL. Learning ASL has led me to develop positive attitude towards deafness, which is something that many people work really hard to attain throughout their life. So I encourage and want to share that with everybody here to accept deafness as a positive and prideful part of an identity. And yeah, this is just a vital step to bridging the hearing and deaf worlds, which are distinctly separate. So yeah, so a little bit more about me. Learning ASL has redirected my direction in college for sure. I came to college thinking I was going to study sustainability and dropped that my first semester to study psycholinguistics and research. And this has all been due to my acquisition of sign language, and truly it has motivated my career path in general. So through my research, I aim to change the ways in which the world views deafness, which is a huge problem in the way that research currently strives to promote hearing people compared to deaf people instead of the other way around, which is what the world really needs. So I aim to demonstrate the cognitive gains of learning a sign language and how crucial early language development is very important and is very important. Yes. So I want to promote participant diversity in research, especially in the field of psycholinguistics, because there really is no other way to fully understand cognition unless we have all the pieces that are involved, which there's currently a lot of gaps in that research. So yes, by filling the gaps in research, I aim to really make a difference in the way the society views deafness as a form of pride and identity rather than a deficit. So I encourage all of you here today to think about deaf gain rather than hearing loss. And thank you for having me here and listening to me speak about this. And I hope my speech has increased your awareness of deaf people and the celebration of deaf culture. So thank you very much.